Why can't everything just be perfect? Welcome to the Complete Story Series, where I take trade paperbacks and single issues and I break them down into digestible bites to help you understand, and then I read it dramatically back to you. All alterations to the panels, text, and images are to prevent copyright problems, and all art is owned by its respective companies. This is the all-new, all-different relaunch of Nova. Now, the original storyline did end at the end of Marvel Now. After Secret Wars, this is what happened next, the beginning of a new adventure. Sam has found his father, and he brought him home, and in this new world, they are now working together as father and son Novas. With a random home burning, Sam rockets in to save the day, and he sees that his father is already hovering there. While Sam got to keep the black Nova helmet, his father got his hands on his old classic Nova helmet, giving us two Novas. His father's surprised to see Sam there, asking him, "Why are you here?" "To give you a hand, Dad." "But this is one of your nights off, son. I can handle this." You see, they have a system where neither one of them has to overwork. Both of them are incredible Novas. But it doesn't matter. They both fly down into the home, and Sam walks through the front door while his father flies through the back door. But as his father is trying to get up the stairs, his helmet malfunctions and he falls to the ground. The stupid helmet doesn't want to work properly. Sam swoops in, saving his dad by getting him and his helmet out, and then he goes back inside to look for the person that is left inside. With a smile, he finds the person stuck in the house. A nice little kitten, and he gives the kitten a ride in the sky. They both go home, and Sam's mother welcomes back both Jesse and Sam, telling them to be quiet. Sam's sister is sleeping. Jesse explains that his helmet's shorted out again, and she wants to know if he's certain that that is actually his old helmet. Then she walks off with Sam while he tells her that she has nothing to worry about. The next day, Sam goes to school, and Jesse went to his mining job. That's when things get interesting for Jesse, as he sees a giant worm burrowing beneath the city. Without much to go on, Jesse goes back to try and tinker with his helmet, looking for answers, while Sam takes care of some random villains in the city. Sam tells his father that it's been great having him back. "This is so awesome!" And Jesse tells his son that he loves him. And Sam replies with, "Good night, Dad." But as Sam leaves, a voice asks Jesse, "Who is that?" And Jesse tells the voice that it was Sam, and he has no idea what's coming. The next morning, Jesse wakes his son up to let him know that he's headed out for Saturday. They called him in at the mine, and he had to let Sam know that his mother made pancakes for him. Sam rolls out of bed, and then he smiles. Pancakes! He gets up and he heads downstairs where he teases his sister, and then his friends come over. He plans to go play some mini golf, but his mother wants to know what about Nova. His father's at work, so who's going to be Nova today? And Sam explains that it'll just be like when Sam's at school and his father's at work. What could go wrong? What could go wrong indeed? Because over at the mining facility, a giant worm bursts out of the ground. Jesse texts his son in a hurry. "Sam, need you and my helmet at the mine now." So Sam has to ditch his friends, grab the helmet, and get to the mine just in time to see a giant worm tearing things up. He hands his father his helmet, and the two Novas burn through the sky, heading right for the worm. The worm responds by burning fire on the ground, so Sam and Jesse dodge it, hitting the worm with fists and lasers. But as Jesse is swooping in, the helmet shorts out again, and he takes a full blast of fire from the worm. Sam ditches the worm, leaving it to do its thing as he flies in to check on his father. "Dad!" he calls out as he lands and grabs his father's shoulders, but when he turns him over, he gets the shock of his life. His father's face is broken and battered, and Sam asks what's going on. Jesse tells him that there's no time for an explanation, and he'll give Sam one after all of this, but the worm is about to reach people. "Sam, you have to go now." Sam blasts off and hits the worm with everything he has, but it does nothing, so he has one more idea. The worm is at top speed, so Sam created a landslide that buries the worm. The citizens cheer, but Sam doesn't care. He goes back to where his father was, and he finds no one. After a side adventure with Spider-Man and Ms. Marvel, Sam wakes up in his bed still wondering about this whole ordeal. His dad not really being his dad thing. His friends at school have noticed that his father is missing again as well, and Sam tries to defend his dad, but the mystery man that looks like his father is actually missing. So he's frustrated even though his friends are trying to help, and Sam storms off to his locker to try and think of what to do next. When out of nowhere, the man that looks like his father arrives and tells him that he just wants to talk. Sam slams him into the locker, but the imposter asks him, "Look, can we just talk?" So they both put on their helmets and they step outside, and the man explains everything. He is a clone of Jesse Alexander, not the real guy. The Chitauri scientist created him from Sam's father's DNA, and he must not be 100% because that's why the helmet keeps shorting out. And Sam wants to know why! The clone explains that Sam's helmet is special. It's the most powerful helmet left in the galaxy. Because of this, they wanted it. Since Sam and his father are the only two that can seemingly make it work, they wanted to try and replicate everything. So Sam stops him. "So is my father alive?" "I'm sorry, Sam, but I don't know that. They sent me here to get close to you and get the helmet to see how it works. But when I got here, I spent months with your family and you, and I'm a clone of your father. I liked it. So I stalled getting the helmet back, but that's the problem. They're going to send someone else here to get the helmet now. At that moment, the bleachers they're hiding behind blow up as the Chitauri have arrived. The clone rockets towards them, hurling one of them through the scoreboard, and realizing that this is going to cause a lot of problems at the school, he goes in too, and Sam tells the clone, they gotta get the fight out of here, this is his school! But as they leave, the Chitauri don't care and they begin blasting the school itself. So Sam and the clone go back inside, grabbing each one of the aliens and lifting them into the sky. But as they get high enough, the Chitauri self-destruct, throwing both Sam and the clone back to the ground, crashing into the gym. They both struggle to collect themselves when another person walks over and using a device removes the clone's helmet and puts it on. Sam looks up at him. Dad? And the man looks around, powered up. You wish. Sam asks him what he wants and the man tells him, the Nova Corps may be gone, but these helmets aren't, and you're the only person in the known universe with a black helmet. The Chitauri want that helmet to tap into its power. What they want to do with it, I don't really know. Or do I care? He then kicks the clone across the face. Sam tells him to stop, making the evil Nova question, why do you even care about this clone? But at that moment, the police and the rescue relief workers walk in, and the evil Nova grins, and he turns his blasters on them. No, Sam screams, grabbing the evil Nova by the back and catapulting him into the sky. As they take off, the clone gets up, grabs the device that removed the helmet, and he runs outside, stealing a school bus, and he takes off to chase after them. He has to save Sam. Sam and the evil Nova continue to battle it out, with the evil Nova getting the upper hand and telling Sam, this is fun. All of this power! He then turns his blasters onto the bystanders until Sam blasts him in the back. Sam grabs him and the two of them take off into the sky, and the evil Nova throws him back down to the ground. Then he picks up Sam. I don't look different from your father at all, do I? How does it feel to know that you're gonna die seeing your father's smiling face? He then throws Sam into a movie theater and into the concession stand. The clone runs over calling out for Nova, telling him that he has to fight back. There's more power in that helmet that he's letting out. Sam looks at him, worried, what should he do? But the clone tells him, you can do this, Nova. Then the evil Nova returns and they start going at it again. Sam decides that he has to stop holding back. He needs to let go on this imposter. He wrecks the evil Nova, throwing him down to the ground, and then he unleashes everything that he's been controlling, everything that he's been holding back, roasting the evil Nova. Completely defeated, the clone walks over to the evil Nova and removes his helmet, putting it back on. The clone tells Sam that he's gonna go find Sam's father for him, and Sam stops him. Don't you mean we? But the clone tells him, no. The Chitauri know too much about you, Sam. You gotta stay here to protect Earth and your family and friends. I'm sorry about all of this, Nova. But Sam smiles. You can call me Sam. The clone smiles back with a smile that only Jesse Alexander should have, and he rockets into space. A short amount of time passes and Sam is awoken by his little sister crying out for him. He runs in and she tells him that she had a bad dream where he left. So Sam holds her close, telling her, don't worry, I'm not gonna leave. But his sister says, Daddy did. He reassures her that he isn't going to leave her. And then as he goes back, he asks, do you want the lights on? She tells him she doesn't need it on if he's in the next room. He walks back into his room where he sees a blinking light on his Nova helmet telling him that it got a message. He puts it on and this is the clone telling him that he turned on the tracking beacon so that Sam can find him. He found the ship that he was created on, the Chitauri cloning ship, but he's in trouble and he needs Sam. Sam takes off at light speeds and he blows through the hull of the ship walking inside. But inside he sees the horrible truth. Dozens of Jesse Alexander clones. And on the ground, he sees the clone that he knows is Helmet. The robots begin to open fire on Sam, blasting him deeper into the ship, and through the rubble and destruction, he finds the clone of his father, injured and dying. The clone tells Sam that he doesn't know where the original is, where Sam's father is, but he needs to destroy this whole place. It's an abomination. Sam runs back looking for the clone's helmet, but the clone stops him. This whole place and the experiment need to end. You have to stop it, Sam. He then holds up an explosive device, telling Sam he only wanted Sam to come back and get his father's helmet. Sam screams at him, no, don't do this! And the clone tells him, stop, Sam. I'm not your father. Saving me won't save him. Sam holds back his tears, but it saves you. The droids open up the doors, they blast the clone across his entire body, and he shouts, save yourself, Sam, before he presses the explosives. The entire ship is blowing up, and Sam goes as fast as he can so that he can avoid it. The concussion blast knocked him out. And as he wakes up, he swears that he heard his dad again, but it wasn't him. He takes the helmet and he holds it close, thinking about all of this. His father's gone again, and now his father's clone is gone. This has to end now. He goes back home where he tells his mother what happened and he tells her he's gonna go find his father right now. His mother asks him what should she tell his sister and he smiles. Tell her I'll be back, I promise. And then he launches into space. But as he goes into space, he radios his Avengers team and Iron Man picks up. Mr. Stark, I'm gonna be gone for, well, I don't know. Sam, what's wrong? It's my dad. I thought he was back, but he's not. He's still lost in space somewhere, and I gotta go find him. And I don't know when I'll be back. Iron Man turns to Captain America, and they both know the proper answer to this. Sam, let us help. Now, honestly, this is the story that I wanted to tell you guys about Nova, which led to us telling the entire Marvel Now run where he originally found his father. This story I'm excited for. I'm a little sad that they got rid of his dad again, but it's another adventure for Sam and is going to involve the Avengers. Now, it's going to be a while before we can actually come back to the story because this is the one that is currently happening right now. So, next week, we're going back to the Green Lanterns. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget, if you want more comic goodness, go check out our gaming channel where we bring you gaming comic books every Friday, known as Eligible Monster. The link is down below. Or you can go to our manga channel where we bring you manga videos every Monday and Friday, and that is Comicstorian. That is also down below. I'll see you guys on Twitter at Comicstorian, and have a good day.